welcome to this very special episode of Accounting Tales, where we have amongst us a very special guest, Mr. Michael Masunda. We welcome you, sir. Mr. Michael is a forensic accountant and a fraud examiner. He holds an MBA in forensic accounting from Gujarat Forensic Sciences University and is currently pursuing his CFE. He has an enriching experience as an internal audit officer in Wayne, New Holland, in Zimbabwe, and as an intern for risk advisory under forensic domain in J. Buxy and Co. Sir has a passion to make a significant difference to society by offering professional expertise in the financial sector. I welcome you to this episode, sir. Our team is elated to have you on board, and we cannot wait to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Babia, for giving me this special time to just to share what I know, what I understand,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
why I'm here, and why I chose to be in this special field.
Yes.
I would like to call it one of the latest development when it comes to the field of accounting.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
yes, sir. So,
maybe to just to give
yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
yes. All right, it's okay. Maybe before I get into your question, I just want to explain what exactly forensic accounting and fraud
Yes.
examination is. I think it's important before we go on
Yes,
any
sir.
further. All right.
Definitely, definitely, sir.
So, a, for, a forensic accountant is just a specialist accounting first person who dwells much or who does much with the financial fraud, white collar crimes, etc., and money laundering and everything. So a forensic accountant has some certain special skills, unique, which are up to date, modern, and has got an answer to the world of crimes. Someone who has zeal to change the world, someone who is willing to drive the world to a destination whereby even the future generation will enjoy. So that's the person we call a forensic accountant. But we have three skills. A forensic accounting part of it, where we get into the field, get the evidence, and bring it to the fraud examiner. The fraud examiner who would look at the evidence being brought, whether there is real fraud in it. That's the fraud examiner. And finally, the litigation part of it, taking the evidence to the courts of law after proving beyond reasonable doubt that this evidence can sustain in course of law. So that's what we call forensic accounting and fraud examination.
I think you've put it very simply and beautiful for our listeners, sir. Thank you so much for that. So, sir, I wanted to know what inspired you to get into this field, and what was something in this field that interested you, so that you could pick this as a career option for yourself.
Thank you very much for asking such a very beautiful question. To be honest with you, I think it started at the age of 40.
Oh,
At
very
the
young.
age of 14. And the thing is, like, I grew up in a business setup.
Oh, right.
And at the age of 14, my parents realized that, oh, we have a special child called Michael. This special child is a very good and he's very honest in doing anything when it comes to business.
Right, right, sir.
After realizing that, they then decided to put me into the business, especially in the management of in and outflow of cash within the organization.
Right, right.
Within that, I've realized that for the organization to survive, we need to put some beautiful systems. Of which, when putting those beautiful systems, I realized that after a certain period of time, when putting the systems, I could hear some cries from all over the ankle, not knowing what was exactly happening with the system. I put it thinking that they have got an answer to the problem we were facing.
Right, sir.
Unfortunately, I've realized that each and every time we put a system, there was a fraudster behind who could
Hmm.
even try and manipulate the system which we put in place so that he or she can maximize on the weakness of the system. That's when I started to develop a very strong interest, firstly in auditing. Firstly in auditing.
Right, right, sir. That's very interesting. Yeah,
That's how it started.
yeah. That's
And
very.
after that,
Yes, sir.
and after that, I had to dig deep on what exactly is fraud. how best can we hedge against it within an organization?
Correct.
Then that's when I come to realize that there is an advent, there is an upcoming of a new field which is modern, relevant, and give that can give the answer to the world: forensic accounting and fraud
Right.
investigation.
Right.
And I was very happy, celebrating myself that I have found an answer to
Hmm.
the world crime, which is being troubled by these so-called fraudsters. Main aim for that is for me to contribute to me from all other people who are in the field to contribute as well, so that we can live in a peaceful and healthy a world where we can try our level best to minimize the rate at which fraudsters commit serious frauds. I then thought of Enron and Sajam fraud in India.
Yes.
Those were one of the most serious frauds which
Definitely.
I could think, and which I would want to be part and parcel of those things,
Definitely. Yes,
so
sir.
that I'll be able to contribute a lot to the whole world. So my main aim is to be one of the most contributor in the world when it comes to fraud
Yes, sir.
detection, mitigation, deterrence, and everything.
Right. That's interesting, sir. So what exactly is the steps or what qualifications do you require to become a practicing forensic accountant, and what are the necessary skill sets that you would suggest that a person should have to become a qualified and efficient forensic accountant?
First and foremost, for you to become an efficient and forensic accountant or a fraud examiner, you should be a CPA. You cannot execute forensic accounting duties when you don't have a CPA, certified public accountant. Okay? But you should have a bachelor's degree in accounting.
Yes, sir.
You should have, you can also have a master's degree in forensic accounting.
Hmm.
But all this should be supported by a certification,
Yes, sir.
mostly a certified public accounting,
Yes, sir.
for you to be an effective. Right?
Right.
You need some certain skills. You need some certain skills for you to execute
Right.
those duties.
Of course. Yes.
One, you should be a critical thinker.
Hmm.
Forensic accounting needs people who are critical thinkers, who think deep, people who have got a gargantuan appetite to read even voraciously in order to understand what exactly
Yes,
fraud
sir.
is. Because fraudsters won't sleep. They won't sleep.
Hmm.
They will try their level best and they are all of
Yes,
to
sir.
manipulate the system. So
Hmm.
you should be always ahead.
Hmm.
You should be detail oriented.
Hmm.
Detail. Pay attention.
Hmm.
Pay attention to each and every detail in order for you to be a well vested forensic accountant. And you have what we call analytical skill,
Correct.
data analytics, use of Python, those system Python, the audit command language, and everything in order for you to be more vested.
Yes, sir.
Because for you to be relevant, to be efficient, you really need those skills. So that's what you need when you want to be an effective
Hmm. Right, sir.
forensic accountant.
Yes, sir. So,
Yes.
tell us something about CFE. We've heard about Certified Fraud Examination, the certification that is there. And is CFE required to be a practicing forensic accountant? Could you tell us more about it, sir?
Is needed, or it's quite needed, and it's a quite relevant area of specialization which is required by a forensic accountant.
Right.
Let me tell you something about the CFE.
Definitely.
CFE is being offered by Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. It's housed in the United States of America, but we have some divisions all over the world, including
Yes, sir.
India. We have CFE India, Zimbabwe, Africa. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But everything is being operated from America, right?
Yes, sir.
CFE is required because when you do CFE, it means
Yes, sir.
that you have some certain skills. Law is very, very important
Yes,
because
sir.
we take evidence to the court of law. We are expert witness. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you are not a good lawyer, you will not win any case. Of
Correct.
which this is not what you
Yes,
we
sir.
want to win. We want to
Yes,
be
sir.
perfect. You
Yes,
understand?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Definitely.
you learn what we call investigation.
Correct.
You also learn what risk deterrence and mitigation and financial statement, business statement, and everything within those. So it's very, very important. It's
Yes,
very,
sir.
very important.
Right, sir.
We fight fraud exam.
Yes, definitely, sir. So now that we understand how we can become a forensic accountant, I would like to hear from you, sir. How has your experience been as a forensic accountant? And could you maybe tell us some very interesting instance that you had to come across, a very interesting situation that you were put in that you would like to share with us, sir?
Okay, forensic accounting is a very interesting job,
Yes, sir.
but it requires people who have a strong appetite,
Yes, sir.
who developed a very good appetite when it comes to risk.
Yes, sir.
It's a risk area of specialization.
Yes,
I
sir.
think I come across a number, it's just a few of
Yes,
forensic
sir.
accountants who came before me.
Yes, sir.
They quitted the job. They
Oh,
quitted the job after
oh,
they've realized that it's a bit risk job.
ha.
But it means that when you go there unprepared,
Yes,
you are easily taken or you are easily blown away.
correct. Yes, sir.
But as forensic accountants, you really need to develop an appetite. It's something that has to be developed so that you stand. The good thing is we will never, as long as you really want this job, yeah, working tirelessly towards achieving the best within this job.
Yes, sir.
To be honest,
Hmm.
you
Correct.
never sink.
Hmm.
You never sink. You stay afloat.
Correct.
You
Correct.
never ever sink.
Yeah.
So my journey as a forensic accountant is quite interesting
Yes, sir.
because I am doing everything with passion.
Yes, sir.
I do like it.
Yes, sir.
I can say I fell in love with it.
Yes,
I
sir.
fell in love with my job.
So,
Yeah.
and I think
So
there's nothing better than falling in love with your own job because you don't feel sad going to work every day.
yes, yes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it's quite interesting. I do like it, and the thing is like we are being taught how best we can hedge against any risk that might want to come and hinder the progress
Yes, sir.
in whatever we are doing. We are being taught to be very strong when doing when executing our assignments.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
when it comes to forensic accounting, you should be someone who is willing to learn
Yes, sir.
because fraudsters won't sleep. They learn
Yeah.
every day. You need to
Correct,
stay
correct.
afloat. So my experience is it's quite interesting. I'm very happy. The journey is okay, and there are a lot of opportunities when it comes to forensic accounting, and
Right.
I'm very happy that I'm contributing a lot to the world, which is to be smart. And
Yes.
we are the answers. You understand?
Correct.
We are the answers.
Definitely, sir.
So
Definitely.
forensic accounting is the way to go for me. I can say that's the way to go. Let's go for it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
That's very interesting to hear, sir. So now
Um,
we have been hearing about coming of blockchain accounting, which talks about automating the entire process. And I mean, there are many opinions that are floating online. Some people are saying that we would not require forensic accountants at all in the future because. But so, what is your take on this, sir? And what do you think is the future for forensic accounting as a field, sir?
All right, it's okay. Thank you very much, and I'm very happy with your question.
Yes, sir.
Uh, when it comes to blockchain, yes, of course, blockchain happens when there is a relationship between a client and a participant, right?
Yes, sir.
And when a transaction is completed,
Yes, sir.
the auditing and the part of it is being done in real time. We understand in
Yes, sir.
real time,
Yes, sir.
meaning to say it has a big setback on the
Yes,
work
sir.
of an auditor.
Correct. Correct.
Some people don't understand the difference between an auditor and a forensic accountant. Those
Definitely.
people
Yes.
are different. Their work are very different.
Yes, sir.
Blockchain cannot escape forensic accounting skills.
Correct.
It
Yes, sir.
cannot even.
Yes, sir.
Not even.
Hmm.
If it's not to zero, I think it's about a certain percent, but blockchain cannot escape
Yes,
forensic
sir.
accounting.
Yes, sir.
Because those analytical skills, when we use data analytics, you cannot escape that with
Correct.
blockchain.
Correct.
So when it comes to forensic accounting, it has got an answer to the problem of a blockchain. But
Correct.
for audit,
Hmm.
I don't want to lie to you, there
Yeah.
are some setbacks for
Right.
auditing,
Right, sir.
not for forensic accounting. In
Yes.
fact, it's a new job for us. It's
Yeah.
creating job for us
Hmm.
because there is no way we cannot reach. we
Correct.
can go to the
Correct.
most
Yeah.
complicated
Yeah.
accounting transaction will be there
Correct. So I
with
think
our
after,
skills.
yes, after hearing from you, sir, forensic accounting is a very analytical job, and that cannot be done by a computer. You need a human. You need the human capital resource for a forensic accounting job to be done. I think that's what I get from it. Thank you for that wonderful answer, sir. So
You
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, we need both the
Yes,
human
sir.
capital because that's when we also need to do what we call forensic psychology.
Correct.
I
Correct.
am I'm
Yes, sir.
also an expert in forensic psychology where we can just
Oh,
look at
right,
you.
right,
I
right.
can tell who exactly is you, or what exactly are you thinking, when are
Correct.
you exactly to commit a fraud. We can focus on
Correct.
that.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay,
So,
sir.
but
Yes, sir.
computers are very important as well
Yes,
because
sir.
these are the tools and they are tools and techniques which we use in
Correct.
order to find the trend of fraud, when is it committed,
Yes,
where
sir.
are a fraud likely to be committed. So we
Hmm.
really need computers, we
Hmm.
really need
Yeah.
machines and everything for
Hmm.
us to be relevant.
Right. Right. Computers, I think, make the job a lot easier by automating the entire process. It makes it is not very tedious. Nobody has to sit and write the transactions. It can be automatically recorded, and all the details are there for you.
Yeah.
That's a very nice point to note, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Plus, most frauds are now being done on computers. I can
Exactly.
just do fraud
Exactly.
while I'm seated in my house.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, I
So we
understand.
really need them. They are very
Com-
important.
Correct, sir. Okay,
And
sir. So, yes,
work
sir.
of a forensic accountant is done in a lab. You
Yes.
need to spend a lot of time in a lab. You understand?
Correct. Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct. So, before we wrap
Okay.
up, sir, I have one final question for you. What is one piece of
Yes.
advice that you would like to give to all the aspiring forensic accountants and students like us who would want to pursue perhaps forensic accounting as a career? What advice would you like to give to
All
them?
right. All right. It's okay. Thank you very much for that nice question. A question which I do like always, especially to people who really want to pursue this area of specialization. Okay.
Right.
All right. Forensic accounting is a very good area of specialization. I would like to believe that the U.S. Bureau for U.S. Bureau for what we call, I think it's economic for employment and everything. It predicted that there is going to be a 4% growth in the requirement of accounting, including forensic accounting.
Right.
Right, meaning to say something like 1,200, 1,025,
Yes, sir.
700 jobs,
Wow.
new jobs created between
Yes,
the
sir.
period of the period of 2019 to
Oh,
2029.
that is wonderful,
Meaning to
sir.
say, this is a required skill.
Yes,
This
sir.
is a required skill. This is
Yeah.
really needed. Due to the advent of this so-called the enron fraud,
Yes, sir.
this ignited the importance of this so-called forensic accounting.
Right.
Countries, organizations which wants to stay afloat in this new world
Hmm.
requires a forensic accountant.
Yes, sir.
That one is
Definitely.
thought.
Right.
And so many companies, if you check nowadays, they are now investing in forensic accounting because they know
Yes,
that
sir.
they are much secured when they get forensic
Right.
accounting.
Yes, sir.
So it's
Yeah.
a very, very important area of specialty which you should go
Yes,
without
sir.
even think twice or three
Correct.
times.
That makes sense.
We are on demand.
Yes,
We are in
sir.
short supply.
Yeah.
So I would
Oh,
like to
right, sir.
encourage everyone
Yes, sir.
who really want to be forensic, but it's not an easy thing.
Yes,
It's
sir.
going to be a tough road,
Hmm. Right.
which requires someone who is really honest. You
Yes,
should be
sir.
honest with yourself before you take any other step.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Charity begins at home.
Hmm.
Be smart. It requires smart people in and out.
Yes,
That
sir.
one you thought down. If
Yes,
you are
sir.
not like that, it means that you are not a very good forensic
Right.
accountant.
Right.
Okay?
Yes, sir. That
So
makes
it's a
sense.
journey which requires a lot of effort.
Hmm.
So go for it. For anyone who wants to become a forensic accountant, I would encourage you to go for it. It's a very
Yes,
good,
sir.
interesting, and always stay relevant to what is going on in the world. It's very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Because if you
Definitely.
miss a lot of things, you cannot be a very good forensic accountant.
Correct.
So you really need to keep posted to each and every step.
Yes,
And you
sir.
should also be able to use all your senses.
Right.
Even sense of smell is very important for a forensic accountant.
Very
Even
important
sense
indeed.
of taste is very, very important for a forensic accountant.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yeah,
So
sure,
you
I
need
understand. Definitely.
to use all those techniques in order for you to be relevant.
Right. Definitely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So I think that's it for this episode, sir. On behalf of the entire team of The Detective, I would like to give my heartfelt gratitude for you to have been taking out time of your very busy schedule. And sir has joined us from Zimbabwe online, and we are very grateful for
Yes.
that, sir. I think all our listeners and aspiring forensic accountants will be really inspired to hear you talk. And with the passion you speak, sir, honestly, even I'm very inspired and moved. So you have brought in a
Thank
lot of
you.
positivity for our blog, and I really want to
Thank
thank you
you.
for taking out time, sir. I sincerely thank on behalf of my entire team. Thank you for being with us here,
Thank
sir,
you.
today. Thank you so much.